Hey guys, happy Monday. Listen, I was on vacation last week, and it doesn't matter how much of an intention that I have to come on live and just share some things while I'm on vacation, it never happens. Isn't it funny? Maybe it's a good thing, but you'd think that you'd have all kinds of free time and be relaxed and ready to share, and that was sort of the last thing on my mind. So I'm back at it today, and today I want to talk to you about revising your story. Now let me explain where this came from. I love to read and I love to write. I've got a passion for writing, so in my mind I'm often creating words and stories and editing and revising what I'm coming up with. And this is where the video today comes from. It's those two words, revise and edit. Let me explain what they mean to a writer and then see if I can make a connection between those two words and our life and what we can do with our past and our present. So when you edit something versus revise something when you're writing, when you are editing a piece of work, you have your eraser out with your pencil. You are fixing mistakes. You are erasing. You are backspacing and deleting. You are really critical of what's on the paper, and you're getting rid of it. Now let me tell you what revising means. So revising is something you do after your story is out there. You've let it set for a little bit, and then you pick it back up and you look at it with fresh eyes. You're looking at it again. You're actually seeing it again. And you look at that story in ways that you can make it stronger and improve it. So here's the connection with the video today. I want you to think about your life and your past. We can't change our past. We can't. But we can, sorry about that, we can change our past though and use it as a source for being more confident. We can use it as looking at those past experiences to make us a better person. The truth of the matter is, there's not one of us that, let me see if I can say this right, you can't not have a story. Everybody has a story. There's a saying, you can never step into the same river twice. What that means is life happens, and you can't only recreate the good things. It's always changing. You can't step into the same river twice. It's always changing. And the truth of the matter is all of us have baggage in some form or fashion, some 1,000 times worse than others. And each of us deals with our past, our baggage, if you will, in different ways. Some people completely deny their past, what happened. They deny it. I'm not listening. They ignore it. It didn't happen. Some people choose to just gloss over it. Whatever, it is what it is. It happened. Some people, many people, choose to limp along and never live fully because that past is just on them like a piece of Velcro. And then some people just take on a challenge of always proving themselves because of their past. So there's not one that's better than the other. It is what it is. We all do it. Here's the deal. And please do not misunderstand this video. I am not implying that you should just deal with it and get over it, because I don't know the path that you've walked. I don't know the miles you've walked in your shoes, nor do you know where I've walked. So no judgment. But what I am saying is history is important. Past is important. That's why we study the Declaration of Independence, to know what our forefathers learned about freedom. That's why we study the Civil War. That's why we study the Bible, what happened in the Old Testament, the New Testament. We learn from history. Here's the other thing. Even though you've seen me on videos, because I have said it before, you can't live in rearview mirror thinking, right? You can't. But in order to get in your car and go forward, sometimes you do need to look backwards, right? Sometimes we need to look in the mirror to make sure we're not leaving something behind, or there's not somebody behind us, and if we decide to back up, we're not going to run over them. Sometimes you do need to look into the rear view mirror every once in a while. We need our past. But here's what I would love for you to consider, again, not having walked a mile in your shoes or been down the path that you have. But here's what you can do. Here's what I can do. We can give our past a brand new definition. We can give our past new meanings. We can assign a new meaning to what happened to us. We can look at our past with a brand new lens, and that's the lens of truth, not of judgment or unworthiness. We can look, we can grab onto the truth and know that we're here for a purpose. We're here for a reason. We're here to live intentional. We're here to pay it forward. We're here to help people along. And we can shift our focus from the past into the present. We can change our script, our here script, our present script, and we can fill it with protagonists. Sure, we're going to have an antagonist every once in a while, but we can fill it with the right kind of people, not the toxic people. We can write new chapters in our book. We can be the heroine or the hero of our book. So that's my challenge, is to not edit it, because you can't. You can't change the past. You can't get your eraser out and change what has happened. You can't step into the same river twice. Things are always changing. But you can revise. You can look at things with a new lens, new meaning, and revise the story you're living now. So I hope you got something out of this video. I'll tell you, to be honest, saying these words actually ministered to me, because I need to remember them as well. So if you got any value out of this, please pay it forward and pass the video on to somebody that you think needs it. I really try to live by that motto of pay it forward, because what I learn from others, I always want to pass on to other people. And I so appreciate you watching my video. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.